What's up? What's up with it, y'all? Yeah, we back with another one. I decided to go on and, since I've been diving in, from the psychedelic experience, you learn so much, and sometimes you understand what you learning, and sometimes you just start talking about what you learning, and you start talking about certain understandings that you have, and you don't know where they come from, and then you have somebody come along and they tell you about certain teachers, certain yogis, certain ones that know this information, and then you go and look into it and you find out, you go, golly, wait, hold on, I'm saying this same thing right here. And Exile and was telling me a long time about the Yoga Sutra, and somebody came in the other day and was telling me about it, and I told you, I said I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look at it again, because as you get further, like, you have to sometimes go over things more than once. Like, and this probably was a couple of years ago that I was watching the Yoga Sutra. Now I'm coming back to it and I'm going, wow, okay, I have a clearer understanding of it. And I'm seeing that, a lot of things that I have said over time is the same things that's being said here. So, I mean, there's not too much to talk about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just get into it. And, if you like the video, comment, and I'll get back at your comment. But, if you want to share it, you can go on and share it. But I just thank everybody for being here. And let's get into this video. Why is Samadhi the big goal of yoga? Yoga Sutra secrets. And I'm not going to run the whole video. I'm going to just play a short version of it, and then I'll leave it in the description so you can go and watch this video yourself, because this was interesting. I must say, this was real interesting. And as we go, I'll talk through it, and I'm not even going to say what I was going to say, because there ain't no use of saying it, because I say it all the time, but I'll talk through it as I go. So let's go on and just get into it.
It's a long one. Drishtanushravika Vishaya Vitrashnasya Vashikara Sangya Vairagyam. So Drishta means seen.
Drishta is seer.
As the seer.
Not seen.
Yeah.
Drishta, Adrishta, what?
Drishtanushravika.
Anushravika. Anushravika means seen and heard.
Vishaya
Drishta means
Vitrashnasya.
matters that are seen and heard.
Vitrashnasya usually means desire.
Without Krishna.
Okay.
Without, you can say, like in Kannada they say durase. So you greed. Krishna is something like you just want something, and you just want it all the time, and you want more of it, and
Like lust.
like lust, but for anything.
Okay.
Lust is specifically for sex.
Okay.
Like lust, but for anything. That's Krishna.
Anything.
So Vitrashnasya.
You don't have Krishna. You don't have this desperation. Desperation is the word. Desperation. Without desperation.
Yeah. Without
Because people are desperate to arrive
Yeah.
and have a status. Because all desperation comes from low serotonin. But no patience. Like you jam
No
time, and then
patience.
you say, oh, when will I get respect? And then that'll be like, you'll bring that and jam that over here, and you want to behave like you already have respect.
Yeah.
But you know that the respect is far away. You have to earn it.
Yeah.
When you do the work, then you earn that respect. Everybody will automatically respect you, right?
Yeah. People want instant respect. Instant.
Nobody respected me when I started teaching yoga.
Hey, that's one of the things that I always feel like. It's like, nobody really has to respect you. They don't, like, even if you earn it, they don't have to. That's something that you feel like you deserve, because that's, something that you're yearning for, but they don't really have to respect you. But over time, you gain that respect of everybody. It's not something that you just have all the time. Sometimes you got to work for it.
Like just nobody. Not that I was not making sense.
Yeah.
It took time for me to win the hearts of people, give them so much value for free, because I care about them. I care about them feeling good about me.
Exactly.
And that's important. So I've been absolutely honest and vulnerable in all my talks without holding anything back.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm showing you how a yogi can live.
Yes.
As an example. I'm leading by example.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
So that's the work you have to put before you get something. But if you want to just feel that status without doing any of the work, You just put someone down, Somebody will go and say something against a spiritual guru. They do it all the time. You can't just go say something whatever you want. Okay? You have to have a basis for what you're saying. Just because you don't like his clothes or you don't like his face, you can't go say something. Okay? Talk about the knowledge that he's giving.
It's like that's what people do, like, regardless, it seems like, I don't know if it makes them feel better about themselves or what they think they know.
Okay, and then you can judge. So you have to be patient. You have to cultivate gratitude. When a lot of people are grateful to you, that's when you'll have a proper serotonin level and you won't feel like snatching that from somewhere. Yeah? So how people go on telling you that they're vegan? Because it's an achievement to be vegan.
Yeah,
it is an achievement to be vegan. You have to work really hard and fight every food instinct you have to be vegan.
Yeah.
And because of that, they want to be appreciated for that sense of achievement which didn't benefit anyone else.
Yeah.
I don't want to say this, but I was saying this same thing right here. So I'm just like, when I heard it, I was like how?
So then they go on telling people about this. Like, you have to acknowledge me. Look, I put in all this effort. And by not eating vegan, you are telling the vegan that your effort is shit. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So that's the message they're getting from everyone who eats. So that's why they're so mad at us.
Yeah. That's exactly.
And it's wild because if you put that in the context of anybody doing just about anything, that they feel like they're saving the world, or this is their accomplishment. So if I did it, you should do it, and it's like it's not always like that.
Exactly what I was doing for a year when I was vegan. What you're saying is exactly the feeling I had.
You were mad at the other people, right?
Yeah.
Because look at them. I'm saving the planet, and they're just making my effort zero. So they're in this illusion that they're saving the planet, and they really believe it, but they don't have any knowledge about it. So how much of the planet has been saved since you went vegan?
Oh, how much of the planet has been saved since you went vegan? How much? How much?
Nobody knows. They have no idea. Nothing. The impact of veganism has been completely zero, and yet people continue to do veganism.
Yeah.
The planetary impact is also absolutely zero. Nothing has happened. Okay?
Nothing.
Then they'll say that this is because you are eating so much meat. So it's very easy to twist the facts and then make it a belief.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know that it's true.
You need to be quantify things before you make claims. If you say I've helped someone, then you should have that many testimonials from people.
Yeah.
Where are the testimonials? Only testimonials I've got are about health. So people went vegan because they have a bad fat metabolism because of eating all sorts of other crap. But by going vegan, they avoided fat. So now the liver doesn't have to do so much work. So they feel marginally better. And then they say this is good for my health. But long term, it makes your health even worse. It may be temporarily giving you liver relief. That's it. Because
and this is the thing that I tripped out of being vegan. I was like, dang, in long term, it was hurting me more than anything. And that was I said, dang, maybe it's just me.
the stuff that comes through the plants, only the pesticide is processed by the liver. The rest of the enzymes and everything it's digested and absorbed inside the thing itself. But the liver needs to come into play when you eat protein. And it's metabolized in the liver, and so also fats. So when you have lost your protein and fat metabolism, then being vegan will make you feel better after you eat. That's the only feedback I've got from vegans so far. So when I'm just telling you this not to put down vegans, but to show you an example of how you can delude yourself with beliefs instead of basing it on knowledge and actual facts that you can find out. Find out. Only then you'll be effective. You need to base your knowledge on facts. And you need to experiment with everything I'm teaching you too. And only then can you own it. Otherwise, the next person who comes and argues against me, you'll believe them.
Exactly.
And that's about it. That's what people do.
Exactly.
So this is not yoga, is what he's trying to say.
So here in the translation it says those matters which are seen and heard, and you have Vitrashna for it, and you have Vashikar over it. That is called Vairagya. Samya Vairagya.
Okay. So it means that everything that you see and everything that you hear, you need to run it through two processes. First, you have to make sure that you're not desperate here. How to make sure that you're not desperate after hearing something? What did I tell you causes desperation?
Lack of knowledge.
Expectation beyond your abilities causes desperation.
Imposter.
Imposter syndrome, that is causing desperation.
Imposter syndrome.
So, when you see and hear something, you shouldn't feel that desperation. That means you should know who you are and where you are. You should have an accurate idea of who you are, not an inflated idea of who you are. If you have an inflated idea of who you are, then you will get desperate. Because you will suddenly feel your serotonin falling even more. And that's what happens here. So do not overestimate yourself if you want to have with Trishna. So being
Know thyself.
with Trishna, and what's the other one?
And then it says Vashikara Sangya Vairagyam.
And when you see and hear matters, you should have Vashikara over it. Over what?
Over the desperation.
No. Over the matter. You should have Vashikara over it.
Over the Vishaya.
Over the Vishaya. Only then can you call yourself a Vairagi.
Over
So
the
Vairagya
matter.
comes when you have Vashikara, mastery over what you have seen and heard, and you are not desperate at all.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very high standard Vairagya.
Yeah.
People say non-attachment for Vairagya, but this is not non-attachment. How is this non-attachment? You're a master. How can you be a master without being attached? So you have to passionately feel for something to be a master of it. Okay?
But
so,
you have
so
mastery.
the name of this is called
Vairagya.
Vairagya. So this is the definition of Vairagya given.
Yeah.
Everything that you see and hear, you have to master. Once you master, you can experience Vairagya, which means you will not have Raga. Ragas are the emotions that
Hey, that's deep because, like, like from what I'm hearing is like, okay, almost like when we talk about the psychedelic experience, right? To become a master of the psychedelic experience, you have to become the experience. And like that's what I found over time, that's what I found myself doing. Like when I was having visuals or seeing what I was seeing, I wasn't looking, I was becoming it. It was like, it was me. I was becoming everything. Excuse me. I was becoming everything that I was seeing. So it was like, dang, if I ain't mistaken, like this is how you're starting to master the experience. And it's a beautiful thing, bro.
diminish you.
Okay.
They're called Raga. You don't have those emotions. You have spiritual emotions.
Okay. Vairagya.
Spiritual emotions are only 9. Every other emotion is Raga. The 9 emotions mentioned in Bharatanatyam Shastra, you can look them up, and I have a video about it called Spiritual Emotions. These are the only spiritual emotions. And the rest of them are called Raga. So you can be without that.
Wow.
You can be without that when you have mastery over everything, when you master everything that you hear, and you should have control over it.
Yeah.
That means you should be a communications genius if you want to be in Vairagya.
Dang, the communication.
Because you're non-communication, your poor communication gives you Raga. If you don't have good communication, you will always have Raga only. You'll never have Vairagya. Vairagya refers to the 9 spiritual emotions.
Wow.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It's not without emotions, apathetic, or, impartial, disinterested.
Disinterested.
It's none of that. That's not Vairagya. But people have interpreted Vairagya to mean disinterest in everything.
Yeah.
I don't take sides. Yeah, there are many ways, there are many paths. People who say there are many paths to God.
Yeah.
Tera bhi sahi, mera bhi sahi. This is like a escapism.
Yeah. It's lazy.
It's lazy. So I don't associate with such people who are that intellectually lazy. They don't have
I do that at times. I'll be like, it's many parts there. Like God is everything. You feel me? It's many aspects of it.
the energy to become masters. So they should master everything, and then only they can experience Vairagya. Then you can experience the company of people who are like that, and you'll see, wow, with this person there's just no drama, only Rama.
Amazing. That's beautiful. Tatparam Purusha Khyatair Guna Vaitrashnyam. Yeah.
Okay, so this is about how to make the 3 gunas non-desperate, because usually it is a tamasic gun. Desperation itself is a tamasic gun. Okay, but how to have yourself without this tamas entering? It's a special kind of tamas. It's not the useful.
This is a little bit off topic, but why do he look like Jim Jones though, the rapper? Like, am I tripping?
Tamas. The useful tamas is resting, but Vaitrashna is a useless break that you're now taking because of fear. So, I mean, Trishna is a useless break that you're taking, desperation for something. So now, how to escape that? How to not be like that? It says above all.
Tatparam.
Yes, above all, how to not have this Trishna business. Tatparam is above all.
Purusha
Khyataha. Purusha Khyataha means knowledge about yourself. Knowledge about who you are.
Okay.
Defining clearly who you are. Your role.
Okay.
and having a proper form for that Purusha.
That's crazy because I did a video a couple of days saying that is once you start understanding yourself and knowing yourself, you just know what to do. You know where to go. You know how to speak. You know how to listen. You know how to see. It's like it's a beautiful thing, bro. It's beautiful.
Look, there's nothing to know about Purusha because Purusha is formless. But still, we have to have a vehicle. This is our body. So when we know our body, we know ourself. Because the self is creating this vehicle. You yourself are creating this vehicle. There is no external agency here. It is you that decide how your body will be. But unfortunately for you, it's on autopilot.
It's bro. See, this be killing me because a lot of these things I be saying and I be seeing within the reality, like even the way people look and the way their faces look, like now I can see how they shape not just their face, but their body, like every aspect of them. Like I can see it, like from the first facial expressions they make or the way they move their face. You like I can see how over time of them creating it, it locked it into place. It's like, I don't know how to really explain that, but I started to see that over time, and it was like the trippiest thing, man.
And when you don't have Vairagya, you don't have Vasha, so everything is on autopilot.
Yeah.
So that's why a word about Krishna, which removes
So
Vairagya,
autopilot.
and you're back in Raga. And
It's on autopilot. It's just following what they already heard from over here and over there and over there. Like okay, remember I had the experience where I said, like, as I spoke, everything that I was saying, like certain senses, certain ideas, like I can hear the person that it came from. It wasn't saying it in my voice. It was saying it in the exact voice that the person I heard it from, uncles, aunties, friends, cousins. It was their voice popping in every time. Like it could be like 5 words, and it'll be like my uncle over here saying it, and then finishing out the sentence of the next 5 words, it'll be my auntie over here, and then finishing out the sentence of the next 5 words, it'll be my cousin, or it'll be my friend, or it'll be a girlfriend I used to, like, it just went on and on to where, like, all my thoughts and my ideas, like, almost like none of them was mine. Like my mind was, like, literally on autopilot.
Raga is just another word for a bad vritti. Good vrittis we want, right? So you're having a really bad vritti, so you need to change your bad vritti. Everyone in the West is trying to get rid of vritti.
Yeah.
But you need vritti. Without vritti, you can't run your life.
Yeah. They want to become thoughtless, like vritti.
Yeah. Then it might as well be this wood. It has no
Yeah.
You might as well, and that's what they want to do. Get
the
rid
thing
of
that
the
makes you
ego.
human is your thoughts, and you want to get rid of that only. Then there's no bigger idiot than you. Okay? Okay. So you got it now?
Yeah.
Was that clear?
So, but Purusha usually means the self which people talk about.
No, Prakriti and Purusha are two aspects in Sankhya which fully correspond to Shiva and Shakti in yoga. So Prakriti and Purusha, he's just used Sankhya language here.
Okay.
Because they're both complementary systems.
Okay.
And that
Purusha
means,
Khyate.
yeah, that means the experiencer, you. Purusha.
Okay.
Okay. And so that is the one riding inside this body vehicle. This body vehicle is Shakti. This world is Shakti. But the riders inside each of these vehicles is Purusha.
So Purusha.
So there's nothing to know about Purusha. Purusha has no attributes. It's just like God. Purusha and God are same. They have no attributes. You can't describe them. Purusha,
Formless.
Shiva are same. That's why Shankaracharya said Shivoham. Okay?
Yeah.
So there are many mantras, right? Like Namaskarartha mantra also. You'll say Sada Shivoham inside the mantra itself. That is you acknowledging that even I can't be described, even you can't be described, God. We both cannot be described because there is no attributes. We are the seers. You're seeing along with God. But the rest of it, the one that becomes
And that's what that's what I always felt like. It's like it like everything in this thing is like seeing itself. It's like okay, let's say life was God, and like okay, life is looking at itself from every aspect, or God is looking at itself from every aspect. I'm talking about from an ant, from a beetle, from a person, from an animal, an insect, a planet. From every aspect, it's looking at itself, observing itself in many different ways.
The Vimarsha, the reflection. You have Prakasha and Vimarsha concept in
Wait,
Vedanta.
hold on. What did he say? Did you hear that?
It cannot be described because there is no attributes. We are the seers. You're seeing along with God.
Exactly.
But the rest of it, the one that becomes the Vimarsha, the reflection. You have Prakasha and Vimarsha concept in Vedanta.
Okay.
So Prakasha, or is it in Trika?
Reflection.
I read too many things. I don't care. Anyway, so Prakasha is the light, the illumination.
Yeah.
And Vimarsha is that thing reflecting back. It's something to reflect back.
Okay.
The object. So the consciousness is the light. It goes and hits an object. My consciousness is hitting you, and it's coming back to me as Samarth. And what I think of you and how you make me feel, and everything is coming back.
Yeah.
My consciousness is going out there, it's looking at that tree, and it's coming back to me as a tree.
This was my experience at Joshua Tree. Everything out there was just a reflection of my mind, my consciousness, whatever you want to call it. That's all it was. And it was like, it was beautiful to see it and witness it, but it's just crazy to say it and like actually try to explain it. That's all these things are. And it's like, but it's beautiful in a sense when you think about it.
My consciousness is looking at this, in this direction, and it's coming back as a shivling to me. My consciousness is looking at this, and it's coming back as a microphone. So you see, that is Purusha. So Purusha can't be described. So now, how many people would use this as a tripod?
No.
You cannot.
Nobody.
And you're a camera, you're a seer. You need to have a tripod so that you have a stable vision. Otherwise, everything will be like this.
Okay.
Because you're not stable.
Yeah.
And that is called self-image. The moment you have self-image, you become stable.
Yes.
Self-image is a tripod for your camera. So that you can see things in a particular way every time. You can see nonsense as nonsense every time, and sense as sense every time. But people's definition of nonsense and sense is varying every day according to new information that they hear from somewhere. Like sense and nonsense can't
Constantly
change.
changing.
But people are changing their opinion of sense and nonsense only. Nonsense is something that cannot have real effects in the real world. It's just nonsense. But sense can create sensations. It can make real senses.
Yeah.
Senses create sensation. Make sense means you have
that's
sensations
deep.
about it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, but
That's
nonsense you don't have any sensation for. But people are like, let's get into that nonsense area. We don't have to sense anything. And let's just become numb our pain. Numb our pain. Why have we been born on earth? To numb our pain. Of course. So but this is the purpose of life. Numb our pain. Okay? This is why we were born. Okay. Yeah. My girlfriend broke up with me. My father died. So now I'm in pain. So now let's numb it. This is not what we came here to do. Okay. So what were we?
Experience.
Purusha Khyate Guna.
Yeah, so when he says Purusha Khyate, he's talking about self-image. Please understand.
Yeah.
Because Purusha cannot have any Khyataha.
Yeah. Can't be.
Because Purusha is formless and it has no attributes.
Hey, it's formless. It has no attributes, which is crazy because I don't know what he about to say because I didn't watch it that far. But I'm saying like that formless thing, you be getting to form it.
Okay. So the Khyata has to, you should have a stable self-image, Above all, your self-image is what?
So it says it goes to Guna Vaitrishyam, which is indifference Vaitrishnya. Again.
Guna Vaitrishyam. So here, Guna can have the meaning of Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. And he's saying that Rajas, Tamas and Sattva will be without Trishna, Vaitrishyam, without desperation.
Okay.
So it will not have this urgency. Your quality of Rajas, Tamas and Sattva will improve, is what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
The quality of the Guna itself.
Yes, you will not have extremities of those gunas. You will feel Tamas exactly how much you need to feel. You will feel Rajas exactly how much you need to feel. You will feel Sattva how much exactly you need to feel.
Vaitrishnya.
Yeah.
So Guruji, the next sutra goes like this. Vitarka vichara ananda asmita rupanugamat samprajnataha.
So, you know what this chapter is called, right? Samadhipada. So this is about a state of samadhi. Now he's starting to talk about samadhi. He said enough, explained a lot. Now we'll talk about samadhi.
Yeah.
Because he already explained what kind of students have to do yoga. That's already done.
Yeah.
But he's going to go into it more now.
It's already
now,
done.
why is samadhi the big goal of yoga? Because of what it is. It means samadhi. Adhi means maximum, max. Okay, equal to the top or the best of the best. The best of the best human beings are said to be samadhi. It's not in samadhi. They are samadhi.
They are samadhi.
Their behavior is reaching a top-notch tier standard of yoga. That's what is yoga. So you see, the Ashtanga yoga is only going to get you to samadhi, where you become a yogi. After that, yoga starts. This is just yoga anushasana. That's it.
Oh my God.
This is not about yoga. Patanjali Yoga Sutra is to get students ready. It's just a manual for teachers, not for everyone. Your teacher should be reading it, but chances are that he hasn't or she hasn't.
I have.
And even if they did, your head will spin. After that, your head will spin, because you read this and nobody's told you anything about anything, and you're not from India, and you don't know Sanskrit, and you don't know anything. You don't know anything. And then you read it. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
When I see white guys teaching Yoga Sutra, I'm like, what's up with you guys? Why can't you learn decently before you teach?
Yeah.
And they're teaching nonsense. I listen to them. 90% is nonsense only. Okay. And then our brown white guys are here, no?
Yeah.
So they are like, every day they go to school, they get one glass Thames Nadi water. They have to drink it. And drinking for years Thames Nadi water, now they are literally white people. The ones who teach yoga here and do TTCs. If you're doing a TTC, you're aligned to a foreign organization, which is called Yoga Alliance. How dare there's a foreign organization for yoga that certifies you to teach as an Indian? Don't you have any shame if you're a brown guy teaching yoga TTC?
Yeah.
Okay? Like British went away, but you're still their slave. Good job. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I had to express myself.
I had to express
So
myself.
we're talking about samadhi.
Yeah, we're talking about samadhi. Okay, so samadhi is the best of the best, not the yoga TTC teachers, the best of the best we're talking of. Okay, the real yogis. So, to get to that level, to learn from a real yogi, you have to reach samadhi first. All my students have reached samadhi, then only I teach them yoga. Here, like samadhi is like, they made it like enlightenment, get out of this world, poof, vanish from here, become an angel. Shower gifts on humanity. You without a body, what you'll shower? Okay, he's talked about what people with body can do and without body can do. Okay, now we'll listen to Samprajnata Samadhi, consciously arrived at Samadhi. Okay, arrived at with your prajna, senses intact, wisdom intact.
So it says vitarka vichara ananda asmita rupanugamat samprajnata.
So rupa anugamat means which the forms which it takes. The forms which asamprajnata samadhi can take. So there are 4 things. Vitarka can get you there, but it's an inferior way, as Vyasa has explained. Okay, in the Bhashya, he says that these 4 are the components of samadhi, and these are 4 pathways for which you can get samadhi. But he's saying that each one is better than the other, and the last one is the best. Asmita. So vitarka is by logical thinking or analytical thinking. Analytical thinking can take you to samadhi if you really practice it. So, but what is the definition of samadhi? What is the bar which you have to pass to be called samadhi? What is the bar that you have to cross to be the best of the best? It is no loss of virya. You shouldn't be losing your sexual energy anywhere. You should conserve it. That means you end every day with an energy excess. And that energy excess increases your voltage, and that makes sure that in your body healing is faster than repair. Repair is faster than damage. Because repair is voltage. The more voltage you have, that's when the cells repair. Okay. So this person has already reached that stage where they're repairing faster than they're damaged. Such a person can be called samadhi. Because he's literally immortal.
That is crazy. Like you repair yourself faster than you damage. And like me, I'm not thinking about just like the body. I'm thinking about from being hurt, like painfully hurt, like with the mind, with your feelings and different things like that of that nature. Like you heal yourself fast, like almost like you get over the hurt or the pain, like fast. Like you don't get stuck in it. You don't get stuck in it.
By logic, we can get there. By studying. If you start studying what is voltage, like that's what the Westerners are doing. They're getting to samadhi in the most inferior way, which is through vitarka.
Vitarka.
Yes. So that's what they're doing. Like you can see Dr. Jack Cruz and everybody else teaching about stuff.
Yeah.
But it's so difficult because they can't follow the other things will leak that energy. So even the energy of Vitarka shouldn't be leaked. If it's leaked, then you won't have balance. So scientists, most of them don't have emotional balance.
Yeah.
See, you're saying yeah, and you don't even know any scientists.
No, I know some.
Oh, you know some? Okay.
Say, yeah, I know some.
Okay, my dad was one. So, what? She's an Indian Institute of Science.
It's kind of crazy because, like, even listening, you know, like to these different states, I don't think, like, to me, and this is just to me, I don't think that state of samadhi or like whatever, I don't think it's any different than a person saying that they're vegan. Because, you know, if you reach a certain state that's going to seem like it puts you above everybody else, wouldn't that be the same thing? Like as a person saying, okay, I'm vegan, now I'm better than everybody else. I'm trying to save everything. Like when you reach these other states, it's the same. Like, you know, what's the difference? Like, it's like you reach this state and now you think that you're saving people. And in reality, nobody needs to be saved. Nobody really needs to be saved. Like the only thing you're saving people getting saved from themselves. Or from, you know, their beliefs, their ideas, their all these different things. But in reality, nobody needs to be saved because everything is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. You know, whether it's acting as being saved or, you know, this is what it does. So I don't know, bro. You know, which I love these teachings. Like I said, I'm gonna listen to them a little bit more because, like, once I started this right here, I couldn't like stop. But he was saying so many different things that I said over time without knowing this stuff, but just diving in on psychedelics and learning it from my psychedelic experiences. There are these things I was already saying, and I didn't know that. This is one thing that I began to learn is, like, I didn't know that, like, a lot of stuff that I was learning, it was already written. Like that's the part that threw me off. Like in my psychedelic experiences, like in my journey of diving in, a lot of things that I learned and I spoke about, it was already written, and I seen the stages of it. I seen the stages of it as I went, and I'm going, wait, hold on, man, it's a whole religion behind this belief. Oh, it's a whole religion behind this belief. Oh, it's a whole religion behind, and I'm going, wow, this is like, you know, it's fascinating, but it's trippy at the same time. But, you know, as I go further, like I said, you're going to see me making these videos right here, especially, you know, if you got something that you want me to check out because you heard of some things that I said, you know, send it to me. Tell me about it, you know, so I can go and read up on it, and then I can come and do a video about it, because this, like I said, this is interesting. Like it's weird because, like, you know, for the last couple weeks, like, you know, I had got to the point to where I was kind of push myself back a little bit because I was just diving. I was diving into my so-called spirituality so much. It's almost like I was trying to get back into regular reality of all the bull that's going on. So I started watching all that, and then today, I don't know, for some reason, I said I don't even want to watch that stuff no more. Like, this is the kind of stuff I want to be into. You know, I don't want to watch what's going on with Whacknum. I don't want to watch all these people going to jail. I'm tired of that. You know, like I'm done with that now. So now it's like I'm back on this. I'm back on this right here. So I thank whoever, you know, brought it up the other day. You know, and I thank everybody that actually bring these things to me so I can go and check them out, because one thing I've learned over time is that I can't be stuck on one system of belief, because all these things are happening and life is being explained in so many different ways. And in order for you to see it and understand it, you got to look at all these different ways. You can't just grab one of them and say this is the way, because that wouldn't be right. Because if that was the case, then everybody wouldn't be going all these other different ways. So I thank you, and make sure you like the video, comment on the video. Man, give me something else to go and check out. I'm gonna be diving into this one, into the Yoga Sutra this week. And then I don't know, wherever y'all send me next is where I'm going, because golly, all this stuff is fascinating. And I thank you, and make sure you have a beautiful day and a blessed night and all those other things. And thanks for being here. Peace out.